have the pool will be right outside our house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look. Oh, the water's not bad.
Is it not?
Not bad. Not bad. Let me go get his towels. Places are cold.
Can't forget about that.
What are 2 towels? Some towels in case we get cold. You come out, get warmed up. Okay. Here we go. Woo. Look how pretty the floor is with that blue water.
Oh, a little chilly.
Yeah, a little chilly. A little chilly. Woo! A little chilly. Ready? Oh, little cold. It's so humid out, but yet the pool's so cold.
Yeah.
It's like, what? What the hell?
You know the thing about it is that not try to be weird, but sometimes it makes my penis and my balls go cold.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal. That's not normal. That's okay. That's normal. Men always say that. They say when they get cold like that, it makes the stuff shrivel up.
Makes my private.
Get cold, and you're like, woo! We're gonna sink up in the body because it's cold.
Yep.
Yep.
Look at the moon over there.
Look at the moon. With the clouds, that cool. Hiding under the trees, but you go on this side.
But you know what else sucks? I didn't get the entire 4th of July fireworks.
The 4th of July fireworks sucked. It was all smoke. I don't know what happened, but there was something wrong with the fireworks.
And
I got the last little bit when we send you the video. You're gonna be disappointed because they were terrible. Let me show you.
oh,
Let's see.
my stream was like, nah, I'm not watching this fireworks. This is boring. Like my stream decided to stop. My stream needed a break after the end.
So this was the end of the fireworks. It was terrible. It was all smoke. Watch. You can't even see the fireworks. There's so much smoke. Watch what happens. I never seen anything like this in my life. Why there was so much smoke? I don't understand that. That never happened before. Watch what happens. They had this pause. Now watch. Look. Show the smoke. You've never seen that before. Look at all that smoke.
Wow. What the?
Right? It's blocking all the light. It's blocking all the fireworks, and it gets even worse.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I was only playing with Ben.
I thought it was my imagination, but look. See all the smoke?
Oh,
It's blocking the fireworks, right?
that's
all that black soot we had all over the place next morning. We had so much black soot everywhere.
Oh, that's horrible.
See it? See it?
That's
Isn't that
horrible.
horrible? How is that a fireworks? Look at it. Look at the
I
smoke.
can't even see the fireworks.
So you didn't miss nothing. Look at that. I thought it was me, but then when I looked at the video later, I was like, no.
I've only got a bit of the fireworks while I was streaming.
Watch. Then they set off the last look. Look at all that smoke.
Like 90% I can see is smoke.
It's all smoke, right? Look at it. Isn't that horrible? That was the worst fireworks I've ever seen. I've never seen fireworks that bad before. Just like the parade. The parade wasn't that great either. Look, can you see it?
Yeah.
All you see is smoke.
I'm just hoping next year will be better.
Yeah, look, all you see is smoke. See it? I was like videoing it, and I'm like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Smoke.
I was thinking that this year's been pretty good for me. It could have been better.
Right.
Could have been better.
I agree. It could have been a better year. That was it. Look at all that smoke.
Way too much smoke.
Something went wrong. Something went wrong with the fireworks. Either cheap fireworks or something happened. Something happened that made it go wrong. It was okay in the beginning, right?
And Also, what made me kind of disappointed is that we didn't go to the carnival. We didn't go to Wildwood.
They didn't have a carnival here. I don't know what happened. There was no carnival this year. That's another thing that was disappointing. They always have a carnival over at the high school. They didn't have one this year.
Oh, why they didn't? That's why I was so disappointed. They're like, "Where's the carnival?"
And see, that's where I think it went wrong. See all that smoke right there? But it was like, what happened? That's very disappointing. I didn't want to say nothing to nobody, but I'm sure everybody else felt disappointed because usually at the end everybody claps and hoo-ahs, but nobody clapped because it wasn't that great. Watching the end, very
Well,
end.
at least I got my. Well, I was really disappointed when I didn't get my whole graduation on the screen. But the good thing was that what made me happy was I still had my mom's recording with me at the graduation.
Well, there you
when
go.
when I was taught by my speech, my diploma,
Mhm.
my the slideshows that's what's happening.
Right. So you had that. So that was good that your mom did that for you.
Yeah, I'm glad she did that.
Yep.
If she never did that, we would have never gotten that footage.
Right.
And I'll be very.
And then you would have missed it all.
I would have been extremely disappointed.
Right, right. But that was okay though.
The only reason why I was disappointed was because the stream didn't get the entire thing.
Right.
So I had to,
And who missed that? You or somebody else?
just me.
Just you?
Just me.
What happened that made you miss it?
Well, the Wi-Fi was the signal over there was really bad.
Wow.
It was really bad in the gym.
Well, that's not your fault. That just happened.
Yeah,
It's not your
exactly.
fault.
It's not my fault.
Right.
It's just the Wi-Fi. The signal was being really bad
Right.
in the gym.
That made it hard for you. Well, that's
Yeah.
because that's an important part of your life. You know. That sucks.
I
But
can still show it to my
thanks to mom, she took care of it and got the picture she got.
I can show it to my old high school friends that I had.
Right.
My high school friend Merrick, he's still in Mexico right now. He's about to return in December.
Oh, okay.
Warren,
Mhm.
I think he's returning October. And Connor, my other high school
Other
friend,
friend.
my other high school friend, he's returning next month, maybe two.
And what are their plans? What do they want to do?
They only went on a mission pretty much. They only went on a mission.
No, I mean, what are they going to do when they come back? They going to go to school and all like you want to do?
I mean, they probably already went to college.
Nah, they couldn't went to college that fast.
Well, they graduated in 2023.
Oh, they didn't graduate when you did. Oh, okay.
It's not about the,
I thought they were with you.
no, they're
graduating
no,
year.
they're from, no, they're, I'm talking about my 2023 high school friends that graduated.
Oh, okay. So
And-
they went to college.
Yeah.
To do
Then
what?
then go on a mission, and then they wanted to do I don't know. Merrick wanted to be a pilot.
Pilot.
Don't know if it's Warren. I forgot. He was a really good baseball player though.
Yeah,
He was a really good baseball player. I heard.
that's good.
Merrick used to play on the football team.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any sports. I was about to do track.
Okay.
But then afterwards, I didn't finish the quizzes that we're doing on the.
Why didn't you?
Well, because I didn't feel like doing all that. I know they
So,
said
so you weren't into that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to do track, but then afterwards I was like, nah, I changed my mind.
Changed your mind. You didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to work on computers and stuff.
Mhm. I'm more of a tech kind of guy.
Yeah. So you got to find
I was
something.
never into sports.
So you got to find something that has to do with computers and stuff for you.
I never was. I mean, I was only a little bit into sports when I was younger, but not that much growing up.
Well,
I mean, I only watch it because my friends were there.
well, I played field hockey, and then I got my knee injured, so I had to go out of field hockey, so I couldn't do that anymore. And when I graduated, I went to school to be to get involved in the medical field, because that was where I wanted to be. So I wound up in the medical field, and I did 20 years of a nanotech, and now I retired, And now I regret I retired because I don't think I was ready to retire. I want to go back and go back to work, but I can't because I don't have my license anymore now. So I gotta find something to do because I don't like being retired. It's boring, very boring. I need to find something to do. I gotta find something to do. I'm bored sitting home, not doing nothing every
Well,
day.
my life just started. That's the thing. My life
Yeah,
just
your
started.
life just started. So
My life.
you got the whole world ahead of you, buddy. So make sure you pick the right thing to choose to be, like I did. Being a Mamotech was the right decision I made, and I did it for 20 years. I was very happy. And like I said, when you do something that long, and then all of a sudden you stop doing it, it becomes upsetting because you don't have anything to do now. And it's like I wasn't ready to retire. I thought I was because I was dealing with so much crap. There was so much stuff going on at work, and I just thought retirement was the right thing to do, and it wasn't. What's going on?
Ooh, little peel. Peel's on my back.
I knew something was going on. I was like, what are you doing? And got Beetle got you. Beetle's on bite.
It felt really weird. Like,
But they feel weird. The other night when we were out here, I had a big giant one right on my chest. I was like, all of a sudden I felt this big lump. I was, wait, that was, I could throw it off me.
it felt weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird. They crawl when you have their little feet get thrown off. It
Like,
does.
they're crawling all over. They're
It's crawling all over you. He's
I was like,
you got that sucker.
I got him. Like,
And why are they crawling on me?
I thought something was biting me for a second.
No, they just, beetles don't bite you. They just crawl on you. You just feel their little feet crawling all over it. And it's creepy. Ah, it's very creepy. I don't know what's
My
worse.
second thought was I thought that there was a spider on me.
Yeah, well, spiders are the same thing. So there's certain spiders that bite. Most spiders don't bite. They're just scary looking. But, yeah, they crawl on you. It's like, it's creepy because they're crawling on you with their little fingers, little legs.
Did I hear something? I heard it. It sounded like a little dado, but I don't know what that was.
No, it was nothing. It was nothing. I just love how you can.
What's cool about night swimmers is we can talk about different stories about each other. And
I like the nighttime when you can look at people at nighttime in the water. Look how clear it is. Like you can see the feet and the legs. It's so clear. Look, you can see all the wrinkles in the ground.
you know how I told you? I remember when I was still at my old house in Tudor Street, and so I remember one time I was trying to go. I went downstairs really too quickly to the point where I actually fell down when I fell down the stairs.
You fell down.
I
I've done that before. I fell downstairs before.
I remember one time I was at my nanny and pop-up's house. First time I did that, I remember I rolled all the way downstairs, hit my head against the bathroom door.
Oh no. Were you okay?
Yeah, I forgot. I don't think I didn't get a concussion.
No, you're okay.
I didn't get a concussion.
You didn't get no bruises or anything?
It's just I had a bump on my head. I had a bump on my head.
Oh, it's scary, right?
Mhm.
When you're falling, it's like you know you're falling and you can't do nothing about it. And you're just falling and you're like, oh my god, I'm falling and I can't stop it. I remember that. I remember falling. As I was falling, I was like, I'm falling and I can't stop it.
I've
Oh,
had
God.
imaginations where I was falling and scared to me.
Yeah.
I've had dreams where I was falling and scared
A
to
lot of
me.
people have dreams when they're falling. It's scary.
But I've had imaginations where I was falling. It gives me huge anxiety.
Yeah, of course it does. Falling from the sky, you're falling from the roof, you're falling from the stairs.
You've had those thoughts.
Scary.
You've had thoughts before that gave you anxiety before.
Yep, many thoughts give me anxiety. Many thoughts give me anxiety. Anxiety is not a fun thing to have.
Yeah. What about and also about anxiety is that sometimes you can kind of get paranoid at different things like. Sometimes you get paranoid at different things like. Just imagine like you you see like a needle, right? And then afterwards your mom told you that you gotta get your needle, you gotta get your shot, and that's when you start freaking out because you don't like the feeling of the needle going through your arm,
Right.
and you imagine it, and then after the moment you go to the doctor's place, you start getting all paranoid.
I don't even know it. Yeah.
I've had it all. I get when I do that all. I do that like all the time, and I'm like
Try not to think about it, right?
when I was younger, I was like, is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna hurt? I kept.
I mean, if anybody told you no, they lied to you. Because yeah, it does. It stings a little bit. It gives you a little pinch and it stings a little bit. But other than that, it's all it should do is just sting a little bit. But nobody should lie to you and say no, it doesn't hurt. Because it does hurt. Big needles does hurt. But it's a little sting. So if they lie to you and say no, it doesn't hurt, they're lying to you.
Well, sometimes I get scared at one point, but then the moment goes to my arm, I start calming down.
Right, because you realize it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just a little tiny little sting. Then once the needle's in there, it don't hurt anymore. And then it's like done. Next thing you know, it's done. It's like, okay, that was like only 2 seconds.
Mm.
But yeah, everybody has fears of something. Like I have fears of heights. I'm afraid of heights.
I used to be afraid of heights.
I'm afraid of heights. I climb on a ladder and I'm scared to death I'm gonna fall. And it's not the fall that scares. It's not the falling that scares me. It's landing that scares me. Am I gonna get hurt?
But one time when we were in Longwood last year, me and my mom were trying to go over to the Ferris wheel. That took us almost like 2 hours for us to get to there.
Right.
Maybe an hour, 2 hours.
Right.
But we went over we went to the Ferris wheel. When we finally got to it, the moment it took us all the way up, my mom was so scared.
Yeah, it's scary. Ferris wheel's very scary. The scary part is when you come around like this and you're over this way, you're coming down, and you see how high you are. And it's like you're like you're falling.
It's not that. It's not that bad for me. It's not that bad for
Well,
me.
that's good then. Then it's not that bad for you.
It's not that bad for me, honestly.
That's
Not,
good
it's not
then.
that bad.
So your mom was
It's-
more scared than you were?
Yeah, I'm talking about Bobby Joe.
Oh, yeah.
The one, the Bob.
Oh, she was scared? Really?
I was talking about Bobby Joe.
Right. She was scared? Well,
Yeah, because remember when we first went to Wildwood, we first saw Mom and Joe. Then afterwards, me and my mom swimming with me together, and then afterwards, we were doing something with about my mom, and she was doing something with her hair or something like that.
Right.
And then the moment we went out on the boardwalk, and then afterwards we went to Maury Pier. Then I remember I still remember the first thing we went on. I think it was the little, like, you don't remember the little flying things that go past by? I think that's the first one we
Little
went.
flying things.
The ones where they go all the way up and then down and up and down.
Sausage. Sausage. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Sausage is that's all I can think about. They fly up and
it's
down.
the one
up
you go like this.
Oh, just the swings. They're swings. Where you lay down and you fly up and down on them in swings.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, they're swings. Yeah. Why, you didn't like that? That scared you?
No, I like that. Actually, I like that.
Oh, okay.
I remember when I first did it, I was scared, but then it was like years ago when I was in Wildwood. I think it was like, I was like 2022 when I went on that. Then I went on it again 2 years later. I liked it.
You liked it. Yeah, see? Not so bad, right?
Oh yeah, I remember me and my mom went on the mouse roller coaster because I was kind of
The mouse roller coaster?
the one that wasn't too bad, and it still makes your heart stop.
Like the one that went around like this, real fast one?
No, the one that they go. It's
Had like a 2 people in it and you went real fast on it?
not the one that go like this. You go straight and you go up and then do a little drop. Yeah.
Regular roller coaster?
Yeah, we just went on a roller coaster.
Okay. You didn't like that?
Actually, that was cool.
Okay.
That one I like. I like that one.
How about the water flume? You like the water flume? The one you go in, it's like a log cabin and you sit in it and it goes into the water and splashes into the water. It's like a roller coaster, but it goes through water. Called log flume. No, you don't remember that one?
I don't think I've been on.
I think you have. I don't think you remember. Because that's one that is a big ride. That's a ride everybody goes on every year. That's like a big ride. It's like in the water park.
I could be wrong. Are you talking about the one that goes around Wildwood? That one that goes slow?
But it's in water.
Oh.
But it's in water. It goes up and down in water. And then when you come down the big hill, it splashes into water. No? Maybe you haven't been on that.
I forgot about that actually.
Maybe you haven't been on that. But that's the ride I always liked. It's a water ride. You got all nice and wet. It was fun.
Wait. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember which ride I was really scared of when I was really young?
You never liked the spook houses. You didn't like the spook houses. Spook houses that you had to go in. You sat in them and they were like a little ride and you went into a dark room and they had all the monsters and all. And you go into them and they come out and scare you and the monster house.
Oh, you remember how I was one guy?
No, but I know you didn't like the monster houses. They were called,
I remember one time.
the dungeon. The dungeon. What else was it called? You had the one that was a dungeon, and you had the other one that was, what was it called? I forget what it was called. But you sat in a two-car person, sat in it, and it drove, and you sat in it outside the building, and then you went through these two doors that opened up, and then you went into the darkness. And then they showed all kind of like skeletons and monsters and everything. It would jump out at you and it would scare you, and you had to ride through the whole thing. And they had all kind of monsters and all. And you had the spooky guys and stuff. And then you came out in back out in the opening. Then they had the one part that you went to the water. Then you had the bottom part where if you sat, you go right to that one. You were in the water. You were in the water log, and you went through it in the water. And they had the monsters and all, but that was through the water.
Yeah.
They used to have that in Wildwood.
Well, mostly when I was on rides, I was going like this. Like, with my mouth open like this.
Yeah, you didn't like a lot of the monsters rides. You didn't like them. Then they had the pirate ride where it was up in the air on a rope, and you sat in that, and it was way up in the air, and you rode up in the air, and you got to see everything all around the park and all, and you rode through that, and it went through a tunnel, in the dark tunnel, and then it came back around. You got to see all of Wildwood in there. You got to
Oh,
ride around.
that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah,
That's the one I was talking about.
we went on that with Aunt
Yeah,
April and
that's
Uncle
the one
Frankie.
that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one I was talking about. Yeah. I'm talking about that. I remember that ride.
I forget what that was called. The pirate ride or something. I forget. But that was a ride we went on every year. They got pictures. They got pictures with you. And this is before Luca was born. It was you, Aunt April, Uncle Frankie, me, Papa, and who else was it?
I remember I went on it with. I also went on another time with Luca too. You do that. It was all like two though.
Right. Could have been that ride too. Could have been. I got pictures. I would have to look back at the pictures.
Oh, I gotta tell you something. One time, I was really young. I was only like 7 years old. I went to Wildwood with me and my mom and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
This time I'm talking about my Sadie mom.
Right.
We went to Wildwood only for that afternoon. It was like the sun was about to set.
So it was just one day, right?
Yeah, it was only for one day.
Right.
So we
One
went to
day is better than no days.
We went to one of the rides. We went on the ship ride that goes all the way up and then it goes this way and then it goes this way.
Yeah, the ship. Yeah.
I didn't like that one.
No, that made me sick.
I didn't like that one when I was really young. That made my heart.
How about the teacups? How about you ever been
I
on
love
the
the teacups.
You like the teacups?
I love the teacups when I was really young.
Yeah, teacups. Yeah, teacups.
I like teacups now too.
Yeah. And then the roller coaster teacups. Then they had the swings where you sat on the swings. They had two different swings. They had the swings where you sat on them, then they had the swings where you laid on them. The ones you were talking about, where you laid down on them, like an airplane.
Actually, I remember one time the swings went all the way up, and I was in the air, and I was like, I want to get off this, I want to get off this.
Nah, you don't like it, right? That might have, was that the one you were laying on your belly?
No,
No?
it was a different one. It's a different one. I remember. I was like, kind of like,
Little?
I was like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay,
and
that might have been the regular swings.
that was the one time we went to that carnival at the high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the swings probably.
Yeah,
Then there
I went
was-
on. I was like, I want to go on that, and then afterwards I thought that was a bad idea to went on it.
Have you ever been on the spin one where you walk into it and you stand up against the wall and it spun around and the floor dropped and you were stuck to the wall?
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah, I forget what that was called.
That one looks.
That one
fun.
was crazy, right?
That one looks like insane.
That was crazy.
That one was insane.
That was fun though, but it was crazy.
I don't.
That was a crazy one.
I don't think I was like, I saw that. I was like, nah, I'll pass.
Then there's a salt and pepper shaker where you went into a basket. You went into a basket. There was two baskets, one on this side, one on this side. And you went into the basket and they spun around and they tossed you upside down and everything. No, never go on that one. Not me.
Oh, you know what else I don't want to go on?
What's
The
that?
ones where you know the ones where you're inside of a box and then they rotate you like this way. Like they're like little boxes that keep you all the way up
Mhm.
while they're rotating.
That's kind of like the salt and pepper shaker. That's kind of like the salt and pepper shaker. That's kind of just
That
like it.
one is like nah.
No.
No.
No, anything's gonna take me up. And they get the roller coasters that take you and they spin you upside down, and then you go into the next spin and spin you upside down. It's like, no, I ain't doing that.
I went on the dropper before last year. I went on the dropper.
I like the regular roller coaster. The dropper where it takes you straight up and then you drop,
And then I was like, ah!
and then you drop. I was like,
I would like that.
that's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool.
I still got that video of me doing that.
That one's pretty cool. And then they have, let's see, what else? Well, the Ferris wheel. Well, you know, the little merry-go-round.
I like the Ferris
with
wheel.
with the horses.
Some
that
people
walk
don't
down.
like it, but I like it.
Yeah, it's nice mellow, nice ride.
But some people get scared of heights while they're up there. I'm not afraid of heights.
Yep. Then there is, let's see, what else? I'm trying to think of all the rides. There's so many rides now. Wow, it's like,
What about the white roller coaster?
the white roller coaster. Yeah, that's a good roller coaster. That one you just go down, up and down, and there's no upside downness. You just go up and down. You go way up and down, and you come up and down, and that one's.
But that looks scary for you, in my opinion. That looks scary for
I
you.
know, but it's a good one because you don't go upside down. You don't go upside down, I'm happy. You go upside down or you spin in a circle. Spin in a circle, it makes me sick. I can't do rides that spin in a circle right there. Makes me sick. I don't like them. Like the teacup just spins. Bleh, makes me sick.
You know, be really scary. The ones that take you, that you go forward, but then it stops, and then it takes you all the way back. And
It goes backwards, it goes up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah.
those scary too. Yeah, they're scary. And then you got the ship.
I was talking about that
The
one.
big ship where you're sitting in a big ship and it rocks.
Oh, I went on that one last year
Rocks.
too.
Oh.
I went on that one last year. I remember. You know that feeling when your heart drops?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, do you know why your heart drops while you're on ride?
Because it's your adrenaline. It's your adrenaline. You're getting excited, getting like freaking out. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? It's like an adrenaline, it's sort of an adrenaline where your inside of your body just, your adrenaline just goes to its peak. And that's why people go on the rides, to get that adrenaline rush. Just the excitement.
My mom loves that feeling too. My
Like,
mom loves that feeling.
it gives you that great feeling of you're alive. Like, wow, woo, crazy. What am I doing? I'm crazy to do this, and it's just about being brave and just having fun.
Well, what about your heart stops in fear? What about that?
Well, that's why they warn you when you go on a ride. If you have a heart problem, that you can't go on the ride. If you have heart issues or any type of like pregnant or anything like that, they recommend you don't go on that ride because it can hurt you. And that's why they tell you not to go on that ride if you have that situation because it can hurt you. You know, if your heart can get too much
And then your heart,
excitement.
because if that happens, it gives you like a heart attack.
Yeah, you can have a heart attack, absolutely. From the fear of being like excited, you know, and your heart says, never, starts flittering, and then you have a problem because your heart's not happy. But most rides are for the young people and the fun people and the people that don't have any problems. You can't be pregnant, you can't be sick, you can't have heart problems, and you can't be real old because then it can hurt you. So that's why they warn you and tell you. Just like you have certain ages. Like you have to have a certain height to get on the ride. Like if you're short and you don't meet that height, you can't go on that ride because you're too small, which means you can fall out of that ride or something can happen to you. So that's why they protect you with that. So that's why you gotta abide by the rules. If they say you're too small to go on that ride, you can't go on that ride because it can hurt you. So that's to protect you. That means that ride is crazy. That means that ride is crazy. If you want to go on that ride, you got to be brave. You got to be young and strong.
And I could be one of them too. Like I could be pretty brave too.
Like they used to have the haunted houses, the monster houses, the haunted houses. They used to warn people. You have any heart problems.
Do you remember what else I used to get scared at other than the old man?
What's that?
Like what other things do you remember? Like I was really scared at?
Just the old man. Just the old man. That's the only thing I know you're afraid
Oh,
of.
I know what I was afraid of. You know the school dude, the school head dude? The one you got in while you were on Wilson Hill? It was in the play area. The one with the little red eye, the like glowing eyes. School.
No, I don't remember that. No, you're scared of that?
I remember I was scared of that. The one.
I don't remember what that was.
The one with the little, he was looking at a little ball. A little ball, he had a skull in it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we didn't have that too long.
I was scared at first when I didn't.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
Yep. Yeah. He used to talk, right? He used to tell you fortune?
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. You didn't like him, huh?
I didn't like him that first.
Yeah, he was a little scary. He was a little scary. He used to come up with some really scary stuff for Halloween.
But then, when I first saw the old man, you know, I realized that the first moment I saw him, I didn't like him.
Why? What happened? What made you not afraid of him? What made you afraid of him?
The way he looked, the way how realistic he was. The way how they realistically made him.
Gotcha.
That's why I was
They
so
look
scared.
so realistic.
That's why I was so scared of him.
Right. Because they made him look so realistic. I got you. Yeah, he was pretty good, right? That was just like they had that. They had that girl doll, the little girl doll in the white. She had wheels and she would wheel all around the house and all, and she would bump into stuff. And she was scary. I got rid of her because I didn't like her. I told Pop, everybody's afraid of her, and I don't like her either. We had to get rid of her. He had to take her back because I didn't like her. She spooked me out.
How long was that?
That was back when we lived in Saddlebrook. Trust me, we didn't get to see her because she was too scary. I made Pop to get rid of her right away. I said, nope. I said, kids ain't gonna like her. I don't like her. She's scary. She freaks me out.
What does she look like anyway?
Pop off the window. I see something in the window that was in front of the bathroom door when your mom was in the bathroom. I think it was your mom, or it might have been Autumn. He was in the bathroom, going to the bathroom, and stuff put her right in front of the door, and she opened up the door because it responds to motion. And as soon as she opened up the door, it started moving toward her, and it freaked her. And I told him, I said, nope, she's got to go. She's got to go. She's too scary. She was more lifelike than anything, and she was scary
Okay,
as
but
heck.
what does she look like?
She had blonde hair, she had blood all over her, a white dress on, and she was like maybe this tall, and she moved around. She like moved around when you responded to her, like
What did her face look like?
scary. She had like blood and everything on her face. She was scary looking. She looked like a monster. She was scary. I don't know if I have any pictures of her. But I mean, I'll have to take her back. She was too scary. I said, nope.
I think you probably had those on your like your what was it? The Blackberry. The Blackberry.
Yeah. She could have been on my Blackberry. But
I didn't see the picture though.
no, you didn't want to see it. She was scary. She was very scary. Just woke up. I said, no. You gotta take her back to the store. She scares me. Gave me nightmares.
The old man gave me nightmares though. I remember.
So I know how you felt about the old man. That's why I made sure we put him away when you came around. Because when I experienced that doll, I said, nope. Too scary. Nope. We're not gonna have that.
Wait. So pretty much what she did was she was wandering around the house
Yes.
with the wheelchair.
She had batteries in her. And she had wheels on her. And she would move around the house, or like just would move to noise. Like, any noise that you would make, she would respond to it. And she would just start moving around and walking around the house and stuff. Scary. Spooky.
Like in a horror movie. It
Yeah.
looks like a horror movie.
Yeah. She would just start moving around. She didn't make any noise
Or,
or anything.
you know what? Honestly, it kind of reminds me of like that Annabelle movie. You know how the Annabelle movie, like you
Yes.
know how
Yep.
you know well
That's
the
what
doll-
she reminded me of. Yep. She was spooky. Very spooky. I was like, nope, ain't dealing with her. She could be bad luck not having her. Yeah, the Halloween shop used to have some really scary stuff, boy.
Well, the thing was that I can imagine her in my brain. I already imagined her in my brain.
Right.
That kind of made me a little.
So it's like, nope, you did not want to deal with her. If my mom was afraid of her, she was scared. Because my mom was not scared of alive things. She was scary. I said, nope. We had her for about 2 days. 2 days. I said, nope, she's got to go back. I'm not dealing with her. Some things you just get a feeling.
Oh,
You get a feeling you don't like.
well, do you know who else saw the thing? Who else saw that?
Pop, Autumn, Frankie maybe saw it.
Lucy would have been scared of it.
No, that was way before he was born.
Well, if you still had her, Lucy would have been.
No, that would no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have been okay with that. Nope. He don't like the witch. You don't like the old man. He don't like the witch. He's scared of the witch. He don't like the
And the
witch.
thing is that the witch is downstairs.
Yeah, I know.
She's downstairs.
Yeah, I know. But I gotta cover her so you don't see her. Yep. He didn't like the witch. You didn't like the old man. I was like, okay. And I showed him to her, smacked her in the face, and tried to show him that she was plastic. He still didn't like it. He said, nope, just like you were with the old man. He said, nope, I don't like her, Mama. So between the witch and the old man, I just have to keep them away from you guys.
I remember one time, Papa was FaceTiming me, showing me the old man while he was on, and I had a pillow I was holding my pillow because I was scared.
I tell him, don't show it to me, Papa. I don't need to see those. I don't need to see them. He was trying to get you over the fear, but sometimes it don't help. You know what I mean? You
You still have that old man still in the basement?
yeah, I still have the old man. Yeah, I do. I still got the witch too. I still have it.
Well, you know, that's why I never go in the basement. That's why I never go in the basement.
Yeah, I still have them. I didn't get rid of them. I just don't put them out when you guys are
Well,
around.
do you know if he's on the left side of the basement?
He's
or
just
is
a butler. He all he is.
No,
is
no,
a-
no. But I'm saying, is he on the left side or is he on the
Oh,
right side?
I don't know where he is, but I don't know where he is. He's down there somewhere,
No.
but you know, you don't mess with him. You just leave him where he is. When you're around, you don't bring him out. Just like Luke was around when he'll bring the witch out.
I just farted in the pool.
You bring bubbles?
Yep, bubbles.
Bubbles? Let's see if I can get bubbles. I can't make no bubbles. Bubbles. No.
Remember that one movie we were watching, and they were all in the water in the car, and then the one guy farted with the bullet cut gear guy, and the bald head guy, and the bad hairline guy, that light brown hair guy.
No, I don't remember.
The little dude, the three dudes. Three dudes we were watching.
And they were farting?
No. They were-
Oh, Three Stooges?
Yeah.
You saw that? Wait, what is that with the light all up against the house? You see the light I see?
Yeah, I see that.
Do you see that? What is that?
That's coming from there.
Is it?
It's coming from that light.
Really?
It's coming from that light. That light.
Crazy.
It's crazy how the light can connect that to the house. It's because you know how lights, you know how sometimes light shines to
That's
different
crazy.
things. It does that.
Look at that.
Yeah, because I can tell because the little water movement.
Oh, is that what it is?
I see the water movement.
That's crazy. It's like motion, like it's like alien. Crazy. Crazy looking.
Yeah.
Wow. That wasn't the moon. It's not the moon doing it?
There's another thing I used to be scared of. I used to be scared of deep pools.
Yeah?
Remember I was really
You scared of deep pools?
Yeah, because I remember how I was really young that one time, and you took me into a pool, and you were like swimming in it, and I got really scared.
Yeah.
We was on the Mocha Hill house, so I wanted to stay in the little pool. That's what Richard wanted to do.
Right.
Remember what age I started liking pools? Do you remember?
You always like pools. What do you mean?
No, I'm talking about like what age did I start liking it?
Liking pools? You always like pools. Even when you were little, I used to have the little blow-up pools for you. You always like the pools in the
Yeah,
summer.
but I was just asking a question. You know?
Always like them. So, since you were little, like, 3, 2 or 3. You always like the water. You always like the water. In the summertime, when you eat, you always like the water.
I saw something.
I used to do little blow-ups for you, and you used to love going in the. Used to go in them all the time.
Yeah, I was just.
And you never wanted to get out. You wanted to stay in the water all the time. Because it was so hot out. It was like, you want to stay in the water where it was nice and cool.
You keep on telling me that. Dang, it's 10:54 already.
You always like the water. Never had a problem with the water. Some kids never like the water. Some kids you have to force them to go into the water. But you always like the water.
You know what I bet with the woman with the wheelchair who she was going around wandering around the house? She was probably like this. Probably like this. Probably this. Hey, how you doing?
And I was in the water?
Not pretending that this is the wheelchair on
Oh,
her.
okay.
This is the wheelchair.
It's a wheelchair.
She's walking on the wheelchair like, hello.
Hello.
Wait, what did she used to say?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm trying to imagine what she said.
How you trying to cross the It's crazy how water makes you feel light. Makes you feel light. You do anything in the water. That's crazy how water makes you feel. They say water is the best therapy for your muscles. And they say it's good for weight loss because you can move around, exercise in the water, and it doesn't make you too tired.
There's the same beetle.
He's like, help me, I'm drowning. Help me, I'm drowning.
You ain't climbing on me, dude.
He's like, help me, I'm drowning. Help me.
That dude wanted to be my friend.
Help me, I'm
He
drowning.
was crying all over me. He was like, you want to
Help me, I'm drowning. There you go, buddy.
Don't fall on me again, dude.
I don't like to watch anything suffering. I don't like to watch something suffer.
He was trying to sneak up on me, too. He was trying to...
That's okay. He didn't bite you, though. So he shouldn't have to be punished. We don't want to make him suffer.
Wait, what face did the wheelchair girl look like? What kind of face do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, wheelchair girl.
The one you got for Halloween.
Well, she wasn't a wheelchair girl. She just had wheels underneath of her that made her look like she was walking. Look at this. Made her look like she was walking.
Oh, I thought she had a wheelchair.
No. She was standing. She had little wheels under her and made it look like she was walking. Like this. Made her look like she was walking. She was standing up. She was pretty tall too. She was like about this tall. But she was like, looked like she was walking, but there were wheels under her. Where the wheels rolled and it made it look like she was walking like this. And then she would come towards the noise she would hear, like if you would talk, she would come near you. And that's what made her scary. Because it'd be like, get her away from me! And then the more you talk, the more she came to you.
That, you know, what'd be really scary. You made noise while you were sleeping. You wake up and your first scene is that lady with the wheels.
Yep. Little scary little bloody little white
Oh my
dress.
god! Now I'm getting scared. Now I'm scared by imagining it.
Right. And then you come out of the bathroom, and she's standing right there waiting for you to come out of the bathroom. Ah! Run! And then you try to get away from her, she follows you.
Oh my goodness!
The more noise you made, the more she came after you.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, she was scary.
What was that? Oh, what kind of funny?
Where are you going?
Chicken.
Look at dumb.
I don't know.
Where? Dumb. They want to drink water. Then they hit the water, and then they're go away.
Like you used to say to the one lady.
Go away. Skip. There's one over there. There's one over there. Like the little beetles are stupid. They're the most stupidest insects. They're landing right in the water like dummies. Like the one I saved, he probably went right back in the water again.
Do you remember when you first got that old man? The old man toy?
No, that was years ago. Let me think. Clobber? No. Molecule Hill. I think it was Molecule Hill who got him. That's who, I think it was Molecule Hill. We moved to Molecule Hill. We've had him a long time. Then we got the witch like maybe 4 years later. I think it was Molecule Hill. Halloween shop.
I haven't seen him in Molten Hill actually.
You ever seen what?
I didn't see him in Wilmington.
Well, then maybe it was Oak Street. Maybe it was not Oak Street. Saddlebrook. Maybe it was Saddlebrook.
You guys used to live in Oak Street?
Maybe we got it from Saddlebrook. Well, Oak Street was years ago, way before you were born. Oak Street was our first house we ever bought.
Well, that was the house that Ollie was born in, right?
No, she wasn't even born there yet.
Nope.
She wasn't born until Mountain Hill. I mean, the Harbor. She was born in the Harbor. Oak Street was before McCarver. I was with Frankie. That's when your Uncle Frankie was only like 3 years old. On Oak Street.
Wait, do you remember what toys that scared, like, your, like, Uncle Frank?
Uncle Frankie? He liked Ninja Turtles.
No, I'm saying, like, what toys scared him? Like, what toys did you got on Halloween that scared him?
He didn't get scared of toys. Chucky? Maybe Chucky? You remember Chucky?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Chucky.
What about Autumn?
She didn't get scared of nothing. Nothing scared her. She liked Halloween. She loved scary stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing scared her.
Oh, like Todd, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. She's very brave. She wasn't scared of nothing. She knew everything was right. And she liked watching scary movies and stuff. She used to make me laugh because scary stuff she used to laugh at. She thought it was funny. I'd be like, you think that's funny? She's like, and she would laugh at it. She thought it was funny. She didn't get scared of, she didn't get scared of nothing. Nothing she was scared of. Nope. Never scared of nothing. Nope.
Crazy, I got scared of stuff. That's normal for scared.
And Luca got scared of stuff. But, nah.
Luke got scared of the fireworks that one time.
Noise hurt his ears.
I think noise.
And
Yeah,
like I said,
that's why.
you don't like the witch.
That's probably why that's why he told me to stop playing that music.
Maybe. Could be.
That's probably why he didn't like that.
Right? Could be.
You remember how I played music before they said he didn't like it?
Right?
That's probably why he told me to
Could
stop.
be. Could be. Yeah, he didn't like the fireworks. I had to put earphones on him. It was too loud. It hurts their ears. It wasn't that he was scared of them. It just hurt his ears.
And you know what else? I remember Luke used to be scared of one of those moving toys that used to talk with him.
Yeah. He didn't like the witch. He's scared of the witch. He didn't like. Yes. He used to be scared of the talking stuffed animals. Any stuffed animals that moved around and talked, he didn't like it. They weren't supposed to move around. They're stuffed animals. So he thought that was weird. But he got over that.
He probably just didn't thought that it felt right for them to talk like that.
Right, because they're stuffed animals, yeah.
It's supposed to be a toy, they're not supposed to be talking.
Exactly.
He thinks that it's something's not right for them.
Right. He said, nope, that ain't supposed to happen. They're not supposed to be moving around. They're stuffed animals. How are they moving around? So I didn't put any of that stuff out, like all my Easter bunnies and all that used to jump and sing and all that. I didn't bring them out because he was always afraid of them. Now you weren't afraid of those. You were only afraid of the old man, that was all. That's the only thing you were afraid of, was the old man. So, someday you're gonna have to come face to face with the old man and get over that fear. Because he ain't nothing but a piece of plastic. He's not real. He's just batteries and a piece of plastic.
That was a full moon tonight.
No, no, it's not. No, that's not a full million onions.
I said almost a full million.
It's like, what do you want to say? Maybe 3/4? What do you think? You know your
Quarter half I'm thinking. Quarter half.
quarter half? No. No. Maybe 3/4. 3/4 means almost full, but not quite. 3/4, and then you got half, and then you got your 1/4, and then you got your 0, then you got your full. So that's about maybe 3/4. So just okay, a little bit, make it full. That's about 3/4.
Okay.
I'll show you that on a measuring cup that I had. Show you how to measure something.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pie. Like how you got a pie, right? You got a whole pie, and then you got a half pie, and you're halfway. Then you got a quarter pie where you have a little pie.
You know, just
But when
realized.
it's almost full, it's like a 3/4 pie.
You know, just realized it's clear sky right now. Well, not really clear. It's just
Well,
cloud.
you got some clouds,
But it's pretty. It's most of it's clear.
most of it's clear. Yep. It's supposed to rain tomorrow too, when the clouds, the sky's pretty clear. You see any stars?
I do.
Yep. So we might not have any rain. Maybe we'll have a nice sunny day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see how you got a cloud there, see a cloud there?
Yeah.
Sky is amazing. Sky is always amazing. Like, what is up there? How far away it is. Sky is a moving thing. So,
Some kids
there's
think
airplanes.
some kids think the trees look scary in the dark time.
Yeah.
Some kids think the trees look scary.
See airplane coming?
Uh-huh.
That could be us coming from Puerto Rico when I went to Puerto Rico.
It's a UFO!
Or it could be me when I came back from Africa. Or it could be me coming back from Las Vegas. I used to look down at the sky all the time when we were coming in for landing. I would see all the little lights down here. And I would wonder which one was my own. Because I know we're close to Philadelphia Airport. So when they come down, I know they're close.
What's that noise?
What noise?
Alright,
That's the airplane.
No, that's not it. There's like little noises.
Airplane. You talking about his noise?
No.
No?
I hear a crackling noise.
The pool?
No. It was coming from over there. I don't know. It kind of sounds like somebody's doing something with an object. Like, you hear that? You hear that?
Yeah.
What was that?
An animal.
Could be a raccoon. That scared me. I'm like, what is that?
You got cats. You got raccoons. You got groundhogs. You got skunks. It's getting closer.
It scared people.
Nah, don't be scared.
That scared me. Like, what was that?
It's going wherever it was.
Like, what on earth was that?
I don't know.
But that was definitely an animal.
Yep. There's all kind of animals out there. We got all kind of woods out there.
I'm only just. Well, we're fine because the gate's closed.
They can't get in this gate on you.
Yeah.
That's protected.
Yeah. So that's why we should be safe. That's why it scared me for a second. Like,
Nah, they can't get in that gate. They have double gates. They got the big giant privacy gate, and then they got this little gate here. They can't get in. I've never had any little animals die in this pool because I got the little gate. And they got the concrete, so they can't dig under it. So, no. They gotta worry about that. They can't get in. You're protected. They could be out there. And it did sound like it was far away.
but it sounded near.
I know. But got the woods way out there. And at nighttime, it does always sound like it's closer, but it's not.
Well, he sounded like he was like a mile or 2 miles away from us.
Right? Sometimes you get wild cats. Wild cats that fight out there. Or you get the squirrels. Big squirrels out there that sometimes. Little squirrels, they can make noises too, little squirrels. Groundhogs. Groundhogs usually don't make noises at night. Usually they're sleeping at night. Cats are the ones that like to crawl at nighttime. They're wild cats. But we're not out in the communities where we got wild cats. Cougars and that. We don't have anything right here.
You know, you don't only got that lady with the wheels on the bottom of her feet. What is she, a race car or something? Is she a race car or something?
Yeah.
Annoying. Someone was calling me.
Who was it?
That was my friend. He was calling me.
I'm done with the water. You done with the water?
You done actually?
Yeah, I'm done with the water. You done? You got no self dry off.
Yeah. As long as you're done, I'm done.
You got waterlogged. You gotta drain off. You gotta go sit and drain off. I'm soaking wet. You want your towel? There you go, buddy. Oh. Yeah, I'm done. Whew. It's getting cold. Getting cold?
I don't feel actually that cold because I was just, all the time I was just relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
I was just relaxing the entire time.
All right. Ooh. Ooh. You gotta grab your stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. That was nice and relaxing.
Oh, it
I
was.
get this guy.
Had a little had to get a
Grab that
conversation.
guy.
Had a little conversation too.
That was nice. Nice and relaxing.
Mhm.
Now we gotta go up there and get dried off.
Mhm.
Oh, that was fun. Oh, I enjoyed that. Yeah, turn all the lights off.
You think the small pool will be available for Luca tomorrow, so me and Luca could play on it tomorrow? Yeah, going out. We'll go for.
You got it going on. I don't understand this, but it's not my business. So now, okay? First of all, the lawsuit against her. is dismissed because she did nothing wrong. She made you no promises, and you can't sue her for something that her girlfriend does behind her back. So you're dismissed.
Also, we have a little spider right over here, as you can see. We got a spider. We got a little spider dude. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, there's a spider dude. He's just chilling over there, doing his own thing. It's kind of hard to see, but I can see him perfectly well with my eyes. Well, how come we see it perfectly well with our eyes, but on the phone it doesn't look that good?
What's that?
I said, how come our eyes see better with the spider webs, but not the phone camera?
I don't know. It's weird, right?
Hmm.
Maybe you need to put the light on? Put the light on it?
Well, there's no option for light for me. I don't know why.
There's got to be a light option.
Doesn't say it on here. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Two of the defendants have to stay going out of this courtroom here, 200 each. Do you feel bad?
Let me see.
Have you told her that? How does this? I heard this after this.
Here, no, better idea. There's a little flashlight thing you can use. Wait, let me show you. You gotta.
And at work,
Could I show you how to do it?
plaintiff, right? What happens then?
You gotta do it like this. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Here you go.
Step on out here.
Try that. Yeah,
What about
hold
what
it.
you got out of this? 200 each.
How am I going to take the picture, though?
Oh, I could film it. I could film it.
Oh, you want me to put the light on while you film it?
Uh huh.
Oh, you got to give it back. I put it back.
Okay.
Committed in writing with specific obligations.
There you go.
Or else you're asking for trouble.
See, you see that little? See, it's a lot better looking actually now. You can see the spider web.
Now you can see it.
I can see the spider web from my camera. We get the little spider web right there.
There you go.
That looks really cool in the light. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Good.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
He made a good looking spider web too.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay.
There's another plane.
Always planes. Told you we're in a plane. We're in a plane section.
This is the defendant, John D'Angelo. He says the plaintiff Bumpsh's son basically tried to beautiful apartment, and his costs to fix the place far exceed the higher security. The plaintiff is only
Check your likes too.
frivolous
What?
You check your likes too, because I
What do you
do.
mean? Check my legs.
You check which people like, which people liked your content.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah.
The defendant is found a countersuit for $5,000 for damages in the apartment.
Start your business. It's time for shop.
My shirt's still dripping.
You're not cold?
Sell everywhere people shop.
I'm a little cold, just my shorts are dripping.
Yeah, I'm cold. Ooh.
See why millions of businesses sell with Shopify. Start
Wow.
your free trial today.
Right off my shorts.
Dripping, right?
Uh-huh.
Drippy, drippy. We are going to trust him. If we don't, we die.
They gotta take care of themselves.
We're not ready.
Feel different about it?
Thank God for the towels.
I don't take chances.
This season sounds like.
You want to go change?
Uh-huh.
Like.
Alright, let's go change.
Feels like.
All right.
Summer. I do. I'm the Dove Channel.
I know, right? We can change. We can change. Close in there. Yep.
Okay. I'm sure it's really cool when I walk up it. Alright, well, anyways. I don't know why we lost connection. That was very weird. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop this here, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Just did a little bit of night swimming, you know. So, hope you all enjoyed that. And I'm gonna go ahead and relax now. Time is in. It's 1:21. Alright, anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna stop this here. See y'all later, everybody. Let's sneeze. Okay, there you go. God bless me.